Book of Numbers Study Bible, copyright 2025, all rights reserved, Chapter 30, 1406 BC. When a man makes a vow to God. Moses said to the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Jacob/Israel, saying,
This is the thing which the Lord Yahweh has commanded. If a man vows a vow to the Lord, Yahweh, or swears an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he will not break his word. He will do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth.
When a single woman makes a vow to God. Moses continued speaking to the children of Jacob/Israel.
If a woman vows a vow to the Lord, Yahweh, and binds herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hears her vow and hears her bond wherewith she has bound her soul, and her father holds his peace at her, then all her vows will stand, and every bond wherewith she has bound her soul will stand. But if her father disallows her in the day that he hears her vow, none of her vows and none of her bonds wherewith she has bound her soul will stand. The Lord Yahweh will forgive her, because her father disallowed her vow.
When a married woman makes a vow to God. Moses continued speaking to the children of Jacob/Israel.
If the woman is married when she vowed or uttered the vow out of her lips, wherewith she bound her soul, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her in the day that he heard it, then her vows will stand, and her bonds wherewith she bound her soul will stand. But if her husband disallowed her vow on the day that he heard it, then he will make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips, wherewith she bound her soul, ineffective, and the Lord Yahweh will forgive her.
When a widow or divorced woman makes a vow to God. Moses continued speaking to the children of Jacob/Israel.
But every vow that a widow vows or a woman who is divorced, wherewith they have bound their souls, will stand against her. If she previously vowed in her husband's house, or bound her soul by a bond with an oath, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her, and did not disallow her oath, then all her vows will stand, and every bond wherewith she bound her soul will stand. But if her husband made her oath void on the day he heard them, then whatsoever proceeded out of her lips concerning her vows, or concerning the bond of her soul, will not stand. Her husband made them void, and the Lord Yahweh will forgive her. Every vow and every binding oath to afflict the soul, her husband may establish it, or her husband may make it void. But if her husband altogether held his peace at her from day to day, then he established all her vows or all her bonds which are upon her. He confirmed them, because he held his peace at her on the day that he heard them. But if he in any way tries to make them void after the day he hears them, then he will bear her iniquity.
These are the statutes which the Lord Yahweh commanded Moses, between a man and his wife, between the father and his daughter, being yet in her youth in her father's house.